So we shall begin. This session will be about electrical engineering. And our speaker is esteemed Mr. Yasin. Mr. Yasin has graduated from IIT Madras as a dual degree student, that is BTech plus MTech, 5-year course, and graduated in the year of 2019. He has been very he has accomplished a lot. As part of the placement campus placements, Mr. Yasin was able to secure 3 offers in Qualcomm, Intel, as well as Aether Energy. But he decided to go on with Intel and has been working as an hardware engineer in Intel, Bangalore. Hi Yasin, are you here?
Hi, yeah. Hi, Anfas.
Yeah, sure. Yasin also has been part of Census when he was a student in IIT Madras. Back when Census was still being developed and not an NGO, but his contribution is very valuable to us. So Yasin, shall we begin?
Yes. Yeah. Can
Yeah,
I
cool.
start?
So Yasin will give a brief idea about the brand, and after that we'll take question and answers. All right, Yasin, I hand over the mic.
Okay. Thank you, Anfas. Good morning to all. I'm Yasin. I joined IIT Madras in 2014 to electrical dual degree program, that is BTech plus MTech integrated course for 5 years. And I graduated from IIT Madras in 2019, which is last year. And I got campus placement in Intel, and I have been working at Intel Bangalore as a hardware engineer. Okay. So before starting, when I cleared my JE in 2014, I also had same doubt like you guys have now, which branch to choose. So that time in Kerala, that mechanical branch has mm, uh, good demand in Kerala, not in IITs, but even in Calicut NIT and Kerala government colleges also, mechanical engineers was the top one. So there was a confusion to me, electrical or mechanical. So I asked many seniors, and finally I decided to go for electrical because seniors from the IIT suggested me to go for electrical, which has very good placement and other things also. So after that decision I have taken. After third year or fourth year, or even now, I never regret on that decision. Okay, so starting about electrical engineering in IITs, so it is everything in a plate. I can say that in Kerala or in government colleges, in state level colleges, we have different branches like electronics and communication, that is easy, electrical, control engineering. We have instrumentation engineering, embedded electrical and embedded engineering. We have many 5+ branches we have. So in IIT, if you come to IIT, if you take electrical engineering, so these all courses are put in a single plate. So wherever you want to go, whether you want to pursue a career in control, you can go. You want to pursue a career in VLSI or electronics, you can go. Whether you can go to communication, you can go to power, and even if you want to go to your pursue a degree in machine learning, you can go. So we have different options there if you take electrical engineering. Suppose you are taking electric easy in NIT, let's say. So you are only limited to easy, that is electronics or communications. But if you take the electrical at IITs, then you have these varieties of options. So these varieties options will help you to get good placements also. So if you talk about the placements, obviously computer science is the best option to get good placements. Second is electrical. So but if you take the number of companies which are open to different branches, let's take computer science. Suppose most of the companies, around 90% of the companies which opens to CS will also open to electrical, because number of people in electrical, let's say in BTech, we have only around 60 people around. So the requirement for CS would be very much higher than that. So they will open around 90 to 95% of the companies will open for electrical as well. So we have a great opportunity if you are planning to do your career as a programmer, or you want to pursue a career in machine learning, then if you don't have very good rank which for CS, then you can, the best second option is electrical engineering, where you as part of the course you can learn programming, and as an elective you can choose machine learning from the electrical department itself, and from the computer science department also you can do those courses. So as a placement point of view, so 90% of the companies which are open to CS will also be opening to electrical, plus some of the core companies like Intel, Qualcomm, Samsung Semiconductor, those semiconductor companies also will be only opening to electrical. So and other companies that General Electric, those power related companies also will be opening to electric world. So if you take the number of companies opening, when I was sitting for the placement in 2018 December, so for the 2019 batch, placement will happen in 2018 December. So for the next 2021 graduates, placement will happen this December. So then I took a count the number of companies which are offering. So I surprised that for electrical compared to CS also we have more number of companies offered. So that great number comes because of this all the different branches included in electrical. So during your first year, you will have a lot of courses related to first year and second year, a lot of courses related to electronics. You will have courses, you'll have power courses, you'll have control courses, and all other courses. So once after the second year, okay, you will be able to decide on which direction you should go. Okay, whether it should be in electronics, or it should be in communication, or it should be in power, then you can decide, and you can choose the courses according to that. And after second year, you will have a lot of electives where you can choose your courses, and you can select those courses and only do those kind of courses, and finish your degree. uh, uh, Specific to IIT Madras Electrical Engineering, you will be allowed to do your courses from the outside branches also, mainly computer science department. So I have many friends who have done their courses after second year mainly from computer science department, and some of them are purchasing MS degree or PhD in computer science after that. So people who are not getting CS, it's a best option to get the electrical engineering, then move to CS. And in electrical engineering department itself, some of the professors who runs machine learning projects and machine learning related activities, so you can be part of that if you're willing, if you're planning to do so. And as I mentioned already, and the another point here, it is a point I want to point out, the VLSI department, that is I can say electronics department, is the best in India. If you compare all other IITs, the VLSI department in IIT Madras is the best, and we have very good professors like Nagendra Krishnapura and Shandeep Pavan. They're best. Well, I could say they're world class, and that is the best option if you want to pursue a VLSI. If you want to do your career in VLSI or electronics, IIT Madras is the best option. And then regarding the courses, some of you wondering, oh, this is electrical engineering, what would be there? So I can give some hints. You have studied current electricity, right, in your 12th class. So current electricity, that Kirchhoff laws and all will be the basic for all electrical courses. So that is the main thing, Kirchhoff laws and current electricity. And if you move, there was a chapter in 12th, alternating current and EMI, right? Those chapter related things also will be there. And finally, semiconductor chapter was there. So semiconductor is actually the electronics. So if you divide semiconductor into two, that is, you might have heard analog electronics and digital in electronics. So this semiconductor chapter, we have that diode, transistors, and the other things in the first part of the chapter, which is mainly which can be called as the basics for the analog electronics. And the last part, which talk about the gates, and people who have studied computer science in 12th, there was some digital some chapter was there related to gates, and this AND gate, OR gate, those things, and those part is digital electronics. So this analog electronics plus digital electronics is VLSI. So these are the main chapters which you can relate from your 11th or 12th class to the electrical engineering, which you are going to pursue uh, in your BTech career. And from the mathematics, I could say complex number is very important, and you will be using complex number and its applications in your career, in your in your electrical engineering life, to solve lot of the circuits which is solved in your 12th. You can we'll be using different methods, and which includes application of complex number. So so people who are in doubt, okay, which branch I should choose, I'm interested in mechanics, so I should go for mechanical. So I can say, if you are in if you want to uh, check, okay, whether you have any passion or interest in electrical, just look at these chapters. If you are interested in this chapter, get into any colleges electrical engineering, or if it is NIT, then you can for electronics and communications. Okay, as part of placement, we have mainly in ITs, we can say placements for VLSI or electronics, we have very good placements compared to other these things. So if you are a BTech student in electrical engineering, you will be able to sit for all those placement companies, and you can get good offers. And one more thing, if you take computer science and electrical people, and you will be placed in day 1 or day 2, that is sure. Okay, maybe if you are in some other companies, maybe it will take more days to get placed. So on electrical, I'm sure that we'll get placed in either day 1 or day 2, because those many companies are there. And I have one more thing to highlight: the competition level. As you might be aware of that, in IITs, the grading system is relative, not absolute. Absolute means in your 12th or 11th or in 10th class, if you score more than 90%, you will get A plus grade or A grade or A1 grade. But in IITs, it won't be like that. Even if you score more than 90%, many people scored more than 90%, then you will not be getting the higher grade, which is S grade. So suppose in a course, it's very difficult, and people are scoring very less mark. Suppose the top mark is 80%, then 80% will get the highest grade. So it's relative. So it will be related to your classmates, how they perform on the exam. Suppose, let's say, one exam is very simple, then you and you performed average, then you are going to get very worst grade. So that's how this relative grading works. So this relative grading, I can say in IIT Madras, relative grading compared to other branches, even from this, even if you take the CS also, all other branch compared to all other branch, electrical, you can see highest level of competition. So getting very good grade in for getting very good grade in electrical engineering, you will have to work a lot. So but don't take this as a discouraging thing to choose electrical engineering, because if you work hard, you're definitely going to get very good placement or a high study opportunity in electrical engineering. There is no doubt on that. Sometimes you will have to put a little bit effort to do your assignments during the weekends and all. Maybe your friends from NEVAC or civil, they would be playing, but you cannot go for playing, and you will have to solve some of the assignments during your weekends for some of the courses. So some of the courses are you'll have to do a lot of assignments and all. So but I could say it's worth, you will not regret once you choose for electrical engineering. Then why this relative grading is very sorry, the competition level in electrical is very high means, if you take top old IITs, people who are entering to electrical engineering will have all India rank less than 1000 or less than 500. So but in CS also, people will be having better than that rank, but the people in CS around 50 to 60, right? But in electrical you can see around 130 people will be there. Once branch change happens, it will become 140. So you're competing with these 140 students who are having very good JE rank. So that's why the competition level is very high in electrical. And if you say the CGPA also, so someone having 8.5 CGPA in electrical engineering, and suppose if we say some 9 CGPA from any other branch like NEVAC, and I could say 8.5 from electrical is the will be in the on the top. uh, and uh, one more advice: if you have cleared one of the toughest exams in India, and after that, if you after JE, if you choose electrical also, electrical or any other branch, you if you work like this or on this or the same phase, you'll be easily able to get very good grade and very good. If you are looking for a placement, you can go to very good placements. And if you're planning for a high studies, you will get very good university for your high studies, that I'm sure. So these are all from my side, and if you have any questions, I can answer.
Okay, Yasin, that was a very, very informative webinar. I'm guessing just like me, everyone else did enjoy it. And I would like to ask you some FAQ questions that I received while you were handling the webinar. So, number one, what kind of a career will a typical electrical engineering student go into during their placements?
Okay, so mainly from my batch, I could say around 32 or maybe 50% of the students went for computer science, those programming level or software engineering role. Many of them MNCs, and people who got placed in there are people who got placed in Uber, Facebook, Samsung, and all. And around 30%, 20.
Yasin, one
Yeah.
second, Yasin. Adish, could you mute your mic? Okay, so we request everyone to please take care in muting your mic so that everyone can have a good experience. Thank you. Yasin, you can continue.
Yeah. This around 25% people choose core electrical field. So mainly people go for as a placement career, so career point of view. So most of the companies coming for electrical would be from the VLSI background. Companies like the companies which make semi chips. I can say Texas Instruments, Intel, Qualcomm, Samsung Semiconductor, Nvidia, AMD, those companies. So around 25% opt for those career as a career option. And the rest of the people, like they go for some machine learning related work or data scientist or analytics role. And some people go for their startups. They start their work during their BTech life, and they work for their startup itself. And some of them go for higher studies, mainly in US for MS. And people who did BTech, dual degree, they can for PhD also. That's how.
Okay, Yasin. Next question. In the beginning, you were talking about machine learning. I'm not familiar with that right now. Will that be a hindrance once I join a college?
Could you repeat the question?
You were talking about machine learning in the beginning.
Uh,
I'm not familiar with that right now. Will that be a difficulty once I join a college?
no, it will it they will start teach you from the basic itself. And you can if you have free time, you can go through the some of the basic online courses, or from the YouTube you can learn more about that. And it will not be any difficult, and for everything they will teach from the basic. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay, so another question would be what will be the scope of students studying in other branches who want to sit for electrical placements? And you're free to talk about uh, the phrase electrical placements, because being in IIT myself, that is not really a concrete thing, right? Because several branches can sit for the same placement. So can you please discuss about the scope of other branches who want to sit for electrical type of a career?
Okay, so people who wants to do electrical type of career, so most of the companies they will not be opening for. So if it is a software role, so suppose Samsung is coming for a software role, they might be opening for other branches. Some other companies, if it is an analytic role or software role, they will be opening. But if it is a pure electrical work or pure chip design or pure VLSI design, those kind of work, they will not be opening. That is sure. So it will be opening only for the electrical. They will, let's say, they will not open for these metallurgy people or mechanical people. But some companies like Analog Device, I remember, they open for this for engineering physics students also, because they do some course, they have some common courses with us in second year and third year. So some companies open for engineering physics branch, and they will not open pure electrical. Companies will not open for any other branches.
Okay. Another thing, Yasin, is that you talked about how electrical engineering requires a lot of dedication and some sort of hard work. That's obvious for any course, but especially for electrical. Do you think this will carry on to electrical branch in other institutes as well?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Simple and concise answer.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So if
And I want to add, for all other branches, you will have to do hard work. It's not easy to for any other branch.
it's
But
true. It's
from,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, it's true that
Don't
whichever branch you
think
take.
only the electrical is a difficult one, others are easy. Don't think that. But
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. So another FAQ is if I'm really interested in physics and mathematics, but not really in computer science, what do you think my opinion should be about electrical engineering?
Yeah, physics, and we have physics plus mathematics, and from mathematics we have, if you go to communication phase, communication area, and we have a lot of courses related to maths, especially in this courses related to probability, linear algebra, complex numbers. So people who are interested in mathematics, they can opt communication as a option in electrical. So yeah, you can choose electrical. So I would suggest electrical. That's a good option. And
Okay.
we have engineering physics as another option also. But and the placement
Okay.
point of view, I would suggest electrical over engineering physics.
So another question is, if I'm not inclined towards any branch, that is, if I don't have any proper subjects in mind that I want to pursue further, would taking up electrical engineering as a branch keep my options open?
Go for CS if it is if you get CS. Then second option, keep electrical. So just if you don't have anything on your mind, just follow the previous year JE ranks, closing ranks. That's what I can say.
I think we would. That was a really good interactive session we had with Yasin. And okay, I'm gonna go for one more question, which might be a general question for most people. If physics is a weak subject for me, will it be difficult in electrical engineering?
So I could say physics is basics for all branches. Even if you go for mechanical, there will be fluids and mechanics, those things, and electrical also you will have some electrical basics. And for all branches we have physics. So I don't think if you are weak in physics, you'll be lagging in electrical. You can choose electrical, no problem, because even if you go for other branches also, you'll be facing the same issue. So I don't think there is a big problem on that.
Okay. So to answer one more person in chat, we already discussed about this. Most of the aspects of electrical engineering will be common for IITs and NITs because they go through the pretty much the same subjects, and the career is in the same direction as well. So okay, Yasin, we would like to wind up right now because of time restrictions.
Excuse me. Can I ask one question?
Sure. Hisham, it's
a small question. It's very small. Won't take long. The question is that suppose a person has some very good achievements in one particular field, but is not studying in a branch related to that. So then, to sit in placements, can he get like an exception, or is it very strict that you have to be in this field? Like if you're in electrical and you're very good in software and you have some great achievements in software, then can you get an extra exception? Those companies won't let you sit.
That case, we cannot ensure that you can sit for that placement. During the placement, if they allow, that placement coordinators can go to the companies and ask them, okay, they can give you a resume and ask them to, okay, can you consider this guy? So it will be difficult. I'm not sure, no, but it would be difficult. If they allow, then you can sit and do the.
Yeah, right. Okay, guys, I would like to pitch in. Thank you for your presence here. We have to wind up right now. And thanks a lot for that interactive session, Yasin. Also, to answer that particular question, it is true that IITs give a very flexible curriculum. That means that if you're really good in software engineering, there will always be a way for you to work and as a software engineer in a company. The IIT tag will ensure that as well. For more, we've seen a lot of important questions in the chat box which has proper comparisons between branches and colleges, but we will not be able to do that right now. We have our counseling program to which you guys can register in our website, in which there will be one-on-one sessions where the IITians will interact with you personally and find out your test and help you choose the branch that will suit you the most.